Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we will be talking about the startup scenario of our country. Why are there so many unicorn startups booming in our country right now? And what are the major factors responsible for this particular thing going on? So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump straight into the video. There are so many unicorns in India now. Many of them are profitable, many of them are unprofitable. Some of them are so new that we have not even heard of their names before. In August 2021, RBI came out and told that there are 100 unicorns in the country today. 10 new ones created in 2019, 13 in 2020 despite of the pandemic, and 3 in a month so far in 2021. And their combined total market capitalization is $240 billion. Wow. Now I'm going to tell you what a unicorn is and why are there so many of them. Basically, a unicorn is a company that has more than $1 billion in valuation. These unicorns were expected to IPO at $1 billion or above. Now, why are there so many unicorns right now and why were they rare in the past? And the reason why we use the word unicorn because by definition it is rare. Unicorn is a mythical creature. Have a look. And basically it has a single horn, a horse with a single horn, which is rare to find. The thing is, now in India, we have seen a number of unicorn startups, and there are three fundamental factors responsible for it. And in this video, I'm going to run you through those three fundamental factors. Now, the number one reason is a lot of old unicorns went IPO. Now, you remember Zomato, and most of you have seen Paytm, right? So these companies going IPO has really put the market on fire. Because see, for a long time this used to be paper money and anybody investing in a startup knew that they have shares and shares have a lot of money. But it was papers. Nobody saw any real returns. There were no cash returns. But the moment people saw Zomato, Paytm and so on and so forth and many other companies go IPOing, they saw the real returns. Everybody who was doing a VC and were called fool for a very long time was suddenly proving to the people that they are raising money from that. Now boss, this is a good investment. We have made money for you. The minute you prove that, whether it be through legitimate means or illegitimate means or whatever, the moment you prove that you have made money from the people you have raised money from, you will get more interest. It's also a function of how VCs invest, right? So the VCs have been traditionally investing over the past few years in tech businesses. And the reason is software businesses scale very fast. If you invest at a real estate business, it could scale at maybe say you could have 10% growth rates per year. But when it comes to software, you can see much higher growth rates, maybe up to 10x. And that compounds to exceptional numbers very quickly. Now, we have always known that VCs invest in software businesses, but basically the pandemic just accelerated that. Our country came up from 143rd rank to 43rd rank in the scale of doing business, which is huge. And the moment the pandemic happened, all other types of businesses, whether it be retail business, restaurants, or any other, whatever type of business, everything slowed down or came to a halt. Now, what is the only place left to put all the money by the VCs? It is basically the software business. The pandemic taught everyone that software is the best place to go and VC is the only best medium to do it. And it's not just Indian VC. Venture capital has been flowing in from all parts of the world. And in fact, $184 billion out of the $240 billion is foreign direct investment. It's also where you have allocated the capital. Say during the pandemic, you have invested, in food, airlines, etc., various other means. And when you see the software valuations, when you see that when you have invested in airlines, you did not make great money, that's when you switch. That's when you say that I'm ready to put the money into VC funds. Everyone wants that 10x return. No one wants that 5 to 6%, and even that is dropped. And that is why, because of this crazy amount of capital inflow coming from different people, VCs have now gotten huge fund sizes, and now they need to deploy those fund sizes. And that is the reason they are dealing. So when there's a deal, a VC says that I will give you 4 million. The next guy says I will give you 5 million, and then the third guy says I'll give you 6 million. And by that time, the first guy has increased his or her offer to 7. And obviously the founder is not okay with crazy amounts of dilution and he still wants to give away 10% of his company. So in the beginning, with that 4 million, you could have 40% of his company, and now since the deal has increased to 7 million, and now even the company wants to give you at 10%, which means the company is now being valued at 70 million without any fundamental changes in the metrics of the company. It's just the competition from the VCs. That's what happens when you have small number of VCs and a lot of capital being pumped through. And one of the investors in Bloom actually came up with something called the exhaust fumes model. He said that at least today in the VC world, when you are investing in a company, the valuation of the company is more of a function of the amount of capital you put multiplied by the amount of dilution the founder is willing to bear. So it's less than, is the company really worth $1 million, or is it that the company needs $100 million but still wants to dilute only 10%? And it's also a function of inflated valuations because of the sake of exhaust fumes model. But yes, because of these many multiple factors, venture capital is booming in India. Unicorns are a dime a dozen, and we are bound to see many of them in the future. So yes, that's it for the video. Do comment how you liked it and what are your views on the growing unicorn startups in India. Thank you for watching. Do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.